These are the AirPods Max 2 in the blue color. They were released today, and I want to give you guys my first impressions on what I think about them and what has changed from the previous generation. I've used both versions of the previous generation, and I say versions because originally they were Lightning, and I had the Lightning version here in the silver color, and then also the USB-C version in this nice midnight color. So this new one has a blue color that's also available in the USB-C version. However, it also has the H2 chip. From a design perspective, the smart case is the exact same, and so are the actual headphones as well. You can't really tell a difference unless you take the actual ear cups off and look at the model number on the inside. That's where you'll notice the biggest difference. Other than that location, there's really no way to go ahead and tell which version you have. So if you have these alongside the first gen USB-C version, it's pretty much the exact same, since the same colors also exist for both versions. Since we do have the H2 chip on these, there are new features that you might be familiar with from the AirPods Pro. And the first one being is going to be your conversation awareness. So that's where the headset will automatically lower the volume so you can speak to someone else without actually removing the headset. That's something that I use all the time on my AirPods Pro. The next thing will be adaptive audio. So instead of just having noise cancellation, transparency, and off, you'll also have a middle ground, which is adaptive audio, which kind of adapts to your environment. And it's pretty much the middle level of noise cancellation between both. Another thing is going to be your live translation. So you can pretty much translate any downloaded languages that you have with the AirPods Max 2. And you also have the loud sound reduction, where it kind of lowers the exposure to outside noises that might be loud. So that's pretty neat to have and really good to have, to be honest, on a headset. Also, now you can just say Siri to go ahead and activate Siri without saying, "Hey Siri." And the other two new features that you get from the chip are going to be your digital crown becoming a button for your camera app to start and stop recording, and then also take photos. And then you also have the ability to use personalized volume, where it kind of adapts to your level of volume that you enjoy using with your headsets. Moving on to the other big changes. The first one being the active noise cancellation. So the active noise cancellation is apparently 1.5 times better according to Apple, and I did my own testing with some music to kind of see background music, other ambient noise, does it disappear completely? And it does not. So between the first gen and the second gen kind of lowers the certain frequencies a lot more than what you'll find on the first gen, meaning that you won't hear that much background noise compared to the first gen. I didn't notice a humongous difference, so I think that 1.5 is definitely the correct way to put it. It's not like this huge change, but you do notice the change. The next thing is going to be the sound quality. The sound quality for my testing is better as well. The first generation had a more neutral profile to the sound. The vocals, the bass, it was all on the same plane. I don't know exactly how to explain it. I'm no audiophile, but it just sounded like it's all the same and it didn't have any difference. While in these new ones, the vocals are louder, they're more crisp, and then also the bass has a better thump to it, which I personally like more. And I think that listening to these makes me remember how I moved from the AirPods Pro 2 to the 3s, and I noticed that difference in sound quality, especially the bass. That's exactly what's happening here from the first gen to the second gen. And I know Apple said that there's also a new amplifier, so maybe that's also helping alongside the H2 chip to get that better sound quality. And I do notice it, it's there. You won't notice that big of a difference, but the difference is there in the sound quality, and I do give them a plus for managing to make it a lot better. And now when I go from the Pros to these, I don't notice that much of a difference compared to before. Before, from the Pros 3 to the first gen AirPods Max, it was night and day difference. But now with these, it kind of fits in place. And the last upgrade is going to be the microphones. I left this for last because it's honestly the best new thing in my opinion. And I say this because it matters to someone that uses these for any type of calls. I personally use my AirPods Max every single day, so it matters to me. And when recording these and doing my testing, I noticed a humongous difference. So the microphones sound so much better on these AirPods Max 2, and they sound like they have a dedicated boom arm coming to your mouth, and that's where the microphone is. Compared to the old ones, you sound further away, and it sounds like the microphones are actually on the cups themselves, which in both cases they are, but the quality of the new ones is so much better, and it's a definite upgrade for any type of work calls or personal calls. These will definitely do the job a lot better, and I will show you the recordings in a second to see for yourself what you're gonna get with these new ones. So let's start off with a recording of the original AirPods Max with the USB-C port. This is a test of how my voice sounds on the first generation AirPods Max with USB-C using the H1 chip. Now let's see the AirPods Max 2 and see if you notice a difference. And this is how my voice sounds on the AirPods Max 2 using the new H2 chip. The AirPods Pro 2 definitely sound better, and I'm pretty sure you notice it as well because the sound is more crisp, it sounds closer, it's not that far away anymore, and that depth is pretty much gone. You kind of feel like you're using a high quality microphone when speaking with the AirPods Max 2, and that's pretty much the best feature in my opinion, like I said, for these new AirPods Max 2. You didn't get, however, other upgrades that you could have gone here on the AirPods Max 2. First one being you don't have any form of water resistant rating on them because they are not water resistant, so don't use these for any type of activity where you would sweat like anything you would do with AirPods Pro, because these probably won't last that long if you do so. The other thing that's missing here that the AirPods Pro 3 has is going to be the ultra wideband chip, which we don't have here, neither the first or the second generation, which is a big bummer for tracking these AirPods Max. And you also don't have any form of heart rate tracking like you do on the new Pros. So if you're wondering if you should upgrade from the first generation if you already have them to this new one, then I'll put it like this. The old ones are really good still. However, if you use your AirPods Max for your calls daily, then you can pretty much say that these are a huge upgrade in microphone quality, and that alone is a good reason why you should upgrade. However, if you're upgrading from a USB-C version of the first gen to these new ones, then I would say the active noise cancellation and the sound quality are not something that I could justify spending a lot more money for a new pair compared to the old ones. But if you're looking for that microphone quality, then it is a no-brainer decision. If you can upgrade to these new ones, I would say go for it. If you have additional questions that I didn't answer, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to get to them as quick as I can. And if you like this video, then give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.